Test, test. All right, today is April 3rd, and I am with Charles Aguilar. I'm going to be interviewing him for my class, New Mexico Villages and Cultural Landscapes. And could you state your name for the record?
Charles J. Aguilar.
All right. So, my thing is just to ask you, um, start off like just with your life growing up here in Bernalillo, and how was that? And
Well, I was born in Bernalillo and have lived my entire life right here where you sit.
really?
Yes.
Wow.
I was raised by my parents, Stella and Ramon, and my grandfather, Luciano Nieto.
Mhm. And and how long have you guys had this area for?
My grandfather got it in the 1900s
Oh, okay.
from his father-in-law.
Oh, okay. So how long do you think that you guys have been established here in Bernalillo?
Since the 1800s.
Wow. Okay. And that's where you guys have always lived here in Bernalillo, your whole family?
Well, my grandfather lived in the town,
Okay.
right in the area where the range is,
Mhm.
to the back
Okay.
on San Felipe Street.
Mhm.
He used to live there with his family.
Okay.
And then they had this plot of land here for farming.
Okay.
So in the summer, he built a four-room place
Uh-huh.
here, and they would stay here in the summer
Oh, okay.
and go back to the village in the winter.
Oh, okay. That's cool. That's amazing. And that was in the 1800s?
Well, in the early 1900s,
Okay. And then
because my grandfather was born in 1885, and then he married my grandmother in the early 1900s,
wow.
and she was Lucero.
Okay. Um and how did you were you guys always a religious family following the church and
Well,
things
we've
like
always been the Catholic
that? Mhm.
of the Catholic religion
Mhm.
and belong to Our Lady of Sorrows here in Bernalillo.
Mhm. And how did you get started doing the
Well,
services and things like that?
at the Pueblo,
Yeah.
well, let me start at the beginning.
Mhm.
When I was a little boy, my grandfather took care of us, me and my brother,
Mhm.
because my mother had to go to work because my dad came back from World War II
Mhm.
with problems with his stomach, and then he had to be operated on for ulcers,
Mhm.
and so my mother had to go to work.
Okay.
So I spent my childhood with my grandpa,
Mhm.
Luciano. Everybody called him Nano, and he was connected to the Pueblo because he used to play violin and guitar,
Okay.
and he would play for weddings and baptisms,
Oh.
for little parties that they had after
Mhm.
the wedding, after the baptism,
Okay.
and uh, and then we played for matachines
Mhm.
and entregas de novio.
Yeah.
When you got married, there was a ceremony that they sang
Uh-huh.
the entrega. So I grew up with all that because my grandfather did that.
Oh, okay.
So when I was in high school, there was a death in the village.
Mhm.
I was just out of high school, and people saw me praying the rosary here in Bernalillo.
Mhm.
So the first one I prayed for was your Uncle Domingo's daughter, Susie,
Oh.
when she passed.
Okay.
That's the first rosary I did there in Sandia.
Wow.
And then after that, people just kept calling me to go do the rosary
Oh, okay.
and do the entrega
Mhm.
and do the matachines.
Yeah.
But before that, before starting to do the rosary, my grandfather was very good friends with Pablo
Mhm.
Chavez.
Mhm.
Paul Chavez, and Emiliano Montoya. And Emiliano Montoya had a team of horses.
Mhm.
So we used to go through this back road walking
Yeah.
to Sandia and go to Emiliano's house and get the team of horses from the bosque
Okay.
and put the harness on and tie them to a wagon. And then we would ride back in the wagon
Wow.
with a plow and a team of horses.
Wow.
And my grandfather would use them to plow the land here.
Mhm.
And then when we were done, we would hook him up again, hitch him up to the wagon,
Mhm.
take him back to Sandia to Emiliano, and take him out to the bosque
Mhm.
and put las mancas on him.
Okay.
Have you ever seen
No, I haven't seen those.
where they tie the horse front the two hoofs?
Okay. And that's
It's
called what again?
mancas.
Amancas?
Yeah,
Okay.
las mancas. And that would keep the horse from running away from you. Because all he could do was
Yeah.
up, you know.
That's
So we
amazing.
used to go get the horses from there and bring them back and work the fields. And then Pablo was the party man. Because every time there was going to be matachines
Uh-huh.
or a wedding, Pablo was the organizer.
Yeah. And he's the one that brought the Matachinas over to the Pueblo?
I think he started it
Okay.
because they asked a man from Bernalillo by the name of Luis Montoya to teach kids in the pueblo to dance the matachines.
Oh, okay.
And Pablo was the sponsor. And when my grandfather played for the matachines, or the fiesta that they had, the
Mhm.
wedding, then Pablo would pay him with a kid goat
Oh,
to slaughter for us to eat here at home.
wow.
Because Pablo had a lot of goats,
Yeah.
and they used to have a big corral right there by the old church.
And that's
Jenny,
Jenny Holmes' dad, right?
Jenny's dad.
Yeah, that's my auntie Jenny, yeah.
Seferina was his wife,
Okay. Chavez?
and Pablo, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Seferina was my aunt. My grandma
Okay, and then
Barbara's
they had
sister, right?
Archie, they had Moises,
Yeah. And then Jenny.
and
And then
Jenny,
Gilbert.
and Gilbert,
And then
and there was another daughter, but she died kind of young.
oh, Karen. Was it Karen?
I don't
No,
remember.
that's Moses' daughter. Yeah, okay. Cause I know they still kind of keep it in the family,
Yes,
the Matachinas, yeah.
Chris
Yeah, Chris Chavez
Chavez
is
is the
the
one
abuelo, yeah.
that was the monarca for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Wow, I didn't know that.
So anyway, that's how I started going to the pueblo
Mhm.
with my grandfather. He and his friend Toribio Gutierrez, they used to walk to the village
Mhm.
on the 13th to the mass
Okay.
for San Antonio,
Mhm.
and we'd stay there at the village and eat at different homes.
Okay.
And then in the evening we'd walk back, or somebody would bring us,
Yeah.
or my dad would go pick us up.
Okay.
But we'd always go to the Feast of San Antonio.
Mhm.
Then when I started praying the rosary for the deceased,
Mhm.
they asked me, would you pray the rosary for the saint,
Mhm.
for the procession?
Mhm.
So I've been doing it since, I can't remember what year.
Yeah, I remember seeing you all the time when I was little.
Yeah.
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 And how does Santiago do that now?
And then Santiago is my cousin.
Oh, okay.
He's the youngest of the grandchildren,
Uh-huh.
and I'm the oldest of the grandchildren
Oh,
in our family.
okay.
Because his mother was raised with my dad,
Oh, okay.
so we're the same family.
Yeah.
And
I,
Santiago started doing the rosary with me.
yeah. And you taught him? everything that he knows?
Well, I've taught him, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I still can't get him to learn the hymns for San Antonio.
Oh yeah.
I've taught him how they go,
Mm-hmm.
and he tells me I can remember some.
Do you
Uh,
still sing them? Can you still sing them?
oh yes.
Okay. The Yeah, 'cause that's what we're learning too. It's the hymns. How do you say them in Spanish? The
Alabados.
Yeah, alabados. That's what it is. Yeah.
And San Antonio has four.
Oh, he does?
San Antonio has Nació San Antonio entre luces bellas, alumbrando tanto como las estrellas. And then it tells the story of how he went in spirit
Uh-huh.
to help his dad who was being accused of murder.
Okay.
But he was preaching in Padua.
Mm-hmm.
He was preaching at the pulpit when it came to him that his father needed him. And so he travels in spirit to help his dad.
Wow.
That's the Milagro de San Antonio.
Mm-hmm. And then the other ones?
Okay, Nació San Antonio is one. And then, si mi lengua no se cansa y me escucha mi auditorio, contaré los milagros del glorioso San Antonio. And those are the miracles
Okay.
when he went to save his dad
Mm-hmm.
and he asked the dead person to testify in his dad's behalf,
Wow.
and the dead person told him he didn't do it.
Wow.
And then the other one is El Cuando de San Antonio, all the things that he did, because he was a preacher.
Yeah.
And when he preached, people of different languages all understood him.
Wow. And that was the
And
miracles or the
the,
preaching
the
miracles?
preaching of San Antonio,
Wow.
El Cuando de San Antonio.
Okay.
Dios me dio cinco sentidos y tres potencias al alma para componer el cuando de San Antonio de Padua. So there's three.
That's amazing. I and my grandma being really a part of the church and trying to teach us these things. I never knew that about San Antonio having his own hymns and alabados.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I never knew that.
I still would be willing to teach the people of the pueblo
Mm-hmm.
the hymns so they're not lost.
Yeah.
Because about 4 years ago, a family came to me from a little community south of Albuquerque, and they said that their person that used to sing for San Antonio had died,
Mm-hmm.
and if I could help them do the hymns.
Yeah.
So I helped them.
Oh, okay.
But they had already lost them
Yeah.
because nobody knew the tone
Yeah.
of the hymn.
Yeah, and that's what's really special too about those alabados is that they have a certain tone and it's beautiful. I The first one I know really well. the the Como las Estrellas one.
O nació San Antonio.
Yeah. I know that one really good. And then but yeah, I personally myself I kind of want to start doing that too, especially with the church cuz a lot of youth, people my age and a little older, they're not really involved with the church anymore. And that's kind of our history, you know, that's a part of
I'd
us.
be willing. I hope to get well.
Mhm.
I'd be willing to meet with people
Mhm.
and teach them the hymns.
Yeah. And then Santiago's still learning them? Oh, okay. So with that and the matachinas, has Bernalillo always done those too?
The Matachinas in Bernalillo
Mhm.
have been performed by my great grandfather,
Mhm.
and my grandfather played violin for 65 years.
Wow.
I played for 66.
Mhm.
And go look at that picture over there where I'm standing with a violin.
Yeah.
You see that little boy there?
Yeah.
He's the fifth
Oh.
generation.
Wow.
Because my grandfather played, my Uncle Tom, his son,
Yeah.
played, my son Lawrence plays, I
And-
play, and that's my grandson.
Wow.
And he learned to play
And is he still playing for you?
all 9 tunes in
It-
about 7 months.
Yeah. Wow. And it's still is he still playing for the fiestas and stuff?
Oh yeah,
Okay. And and that's San Lorenzo, right?
right.
Mhm.
You see this crucifix?
Mhm.
That was made by my son.
Oh, wow.
He's a santero.
Oh, okay.
You know Chuck
Chuck
Aguilar?
mm.
He's a barber here in
Okay.
Bernalillo.
And that's your son? Wow.
He can carve like that.
Is there still a lot of santeros and things like that here in Bernalillo?
No, my other cousin just died.
Oh,
He did Santos for a long time.
wow. And do you guys still have the penitente stuff here?
No.
That's all gone now.
Well, we were never penitentes,
Mhm.
but Morada, there was a Morada here.
Mm.
A Morada is a building where they did the prayers,
Mhm.
and they knocked it down.
Oh.
But the guy that used to be in charge of that came and asked me to help them to dissolve the Morada.
Oh.
So they took the Santos to Albuquerque,
Oh.
to the Morada on La Vega Road
Okay. And that's located where?
in Albuquerque
Okay.
in the South Valley
Oh, okay.
on La Vega Road.
On La Vega Road?
La Vega.
Okay.
Lavega.
Okay. And that there's a morada over there? Oh, wow. See, that's what we're learning too, all about that type of things and that.
The Morada, you had to commit to being a hermano.
Mm.
And they have a lot of beautiful songs,
Mhm.
but they're sad.
Mm.
Like when somebody passed,
Mhm.
when they came to take him out of the house
Mhm.
to the cemetery, they had an adios acompañamiento.
And what is that?
It's a song,
Oh.
an alabao.
Okay.
Adios acompañamiento, los que me estuvieron velando, se ha llegado la hora y el tiempo de que me vayan sacando. To all those that came to pray for me, that time has come for them to take me to bury me.
Wow.
But that used to be sung. That's an adios acompañamiento.
Mm.
I know some of those too.
Do you guys still do like practices and stuff like that? Like when somebody passes away here still? Like the old kind of ways?
Santiago's been doing most of the rosaries.
Oh, okay.
I did the rosaries for years and years.
Mhm. Yeah. Time to pass the torch.
So it's time to get some young blood.
Yeah. Yeah, and Santiago's getting up there now too.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And then you've known people from the Pueblo for years and years?
I knew a lot of elders.
Mhm.
I knew Frank Labriano. You know Josie Montoya married to George
Yeah.
that just passed 2 years ago?
Mhm.
I knew her dad
Wow.
and her mother.
No way.
I knew your grandpa,
George.
George,
Okay.
and Barbara. I knew Domingo and Mary
Mhm.
and the caciques.
Yeah.
I knew Juan Ramos Chavez
Okay.
and
And
and then Jerry Chavez
oh, okay.
was his son,
Yeah.
and then Lawrence took over.
Mhm. Um, you were when we're on the phone the other day. You were telling me about the old what that your great grandfather used to uh live over there,
No,
or was it took care of the church or something?
my great grandfather um, was the caretaker of the ranch or the land
Mhm.
that the pueblo gave the priest
Oh, okay.
to be used to plant corn and different things
Mhm.
for the for the feeding of the priest.
Oh.
And that rancho used to be right there where the old walls are.
Yeah.
You know where the cemetery is?
Mhm.
Those walls that look like they're almost in the ground.
Mhm.
That used to be the santuario.
Okay.
My grandfather was born there
Wow.
because his dad was the caretaker of the rancho
Okay.
and they were living there at that time.
Wow. And then you knew. Do you know when the church old church was built?
No,
No. Was it there when your great grandfather took care of the rancho?
I don't know.
Huh.
I don't know. It probably was there because the building where my great grandfather lived
Mhm.
was the house where the priest would go to
Mhm.
when he went to the village.
Okay. And
And then my grandfather, the one that played violin with me,
Mhm.
his mother, the documents say that she was from Sandia Pueblo.
Wow.
Her name was Francisquita
Mhm.
Montoya Rael.
And that was your.
Grandfather's mother,
Oh, okay.
Luciano.
Mhm. Yeah. I know there's probably like a bunch of mixture here with Bernalillo and Sandia. I know one time it's a story that my father always used to tell me that there was a time I think in the early 1900s where they asked people from Bernalillo to come and dance because there wasn't that much people.
Yeah, people used to dance
Wow.
in the fiesta.
Mhm.
And then there was a statue of Our Lady of Sorrows,
Mhm.
and there would be a procession from here to Sandia, and from Sandia to Bernalillo. They would walk along the ditch
Really?
and and bring it to Bernalillo.
Really? Wow. When did they stop doing that?
I don't know. I don't remember seeing it.
Oh, so it was before your time.
All I remember is a lot of people walking
Mhm.
to the pueblo on the feast day
Mhm.
because they had made a promise to St. Anthony
Mhm.
to walk from here to the village
Okay. That's amazing.
for health.
Mhm. And do you know about the Santo, the San Antonio?
What about him?
Do you know anything about him? Like if it's old or.
At one time, they broke into the village,
Mhm.
to the church, and they stole San Antonio.
And then.
And then they brought back San Antonio. They found San Antonio, and the Lady of Guadalupe, the Virgin Mary, And the barber said, can I help you? And the guy said, we're looking for Charles Aguilar. I said, I'm Charles Aguilar.
Yeah.
We need to talk to you outside, sir. We're with the FBI. I said, okay. So I got up and went outside with him.
Mhm.
And they said, they told us that you would be able to identify the statues
Mhm.
stolen from Sandia because you've seen them.
Mhm.
I said, yes. Well, come with us to the car. Are these the statues that belong at Sandia Pueblo? I said, yeah, those are the statues.
What? And what do you remember what year this was?
It was in the early 70s
Wow.
when they broke in and stole the Santo. That's why for a long time Juanito had the Santo at his home.
Oh, okay. He held it at his own house? And Juanito,
Was Sacristan before Anthony.
oh, okay. And he was from the pueblo?
Yeah,
Okay.
he was Josie's brother.
Oh, okay.
See, it was Juanito, John, Ray, Josie, and she had a sister that lived in Washington, D.C., Cecilia.
Cecilia?
Cecilia, and Philip was another brother. The brothers were Philip, John, Ray, Juanito, Cecilia, and Josie,
Okay.
and Ray.
Mhm. And then Ruby? Wasn't Ruby their family too? Ruby Trujillo, my Uncle Bernie's wife?
Yes,
Okay.
I forgot Ruby.
Mhm.
And I forgot Mary, Domingo's wife.
Yeah.
She was Labriano too.
Oh, okay. Wow. And then so you've been doing those services for how long for the church?
I don't know. I think that Susie passed like in 1970
Mhm.
or 71. You'd have to ask Tina.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. That was blew my mind.
We have the Fiesta de San Antonio.
Mhm.
And right after they put the Santo away, everybody goes home.
Yeah.
And then the next weekend, you celebrate at the casino.
Yeah.
In olden times, when I was in high school,
Mhm.
they would dance all day and then dance a regular dance
Yeah.
right there in the village until 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning.
Really? Wow.
You know where you drive into the village
Uh-huh.
and what's his name? Juan Avila used to live.
Okay, where the cacique lives now, kind of.
No, the cacique lives on the other side.
Okay.
No, right as you come in the village, there's a house that used to belong to Juan Avila and Ruthie.
Okay. Oh, where the Poston's family's house is now?
No, the Poston is on the other side.
Yeah. Okay. I think I know which one you're talking about. Right there, it was kind of when you're going towards where the plaza is, kind of.
No, where you turn to go to the clinic.
Oh, okay.
The house in the corner
Oh, okay.
used to belong to Ruth and Juan Avila.
Okay.
a brother to Pete Avila,
Okay.
who was the grandfather of the Postons.
Yeah.
He used to have a barn where they had the alfalfa,
Uh-huh.
and he had a concrete floor. So because the fiesta was in June,
Mhm.
there was no alfalfa.
Mhm.
So people used to dance on
Oh.
that concrete floor. It's still there.
Yeah.
And they would dance there, but they stopped the baile there because a guy from Bernalillo got stabbed and killed there.
Oh no.
But we used to dance
And
until 1 and 2 o'clock in the morning.
and people from Bernalillo would come over and have a good
Bernalillo,
time.
Bernalillo, Alameda, Corrales,
God.
and the village.
Wow. That's
And they
amazing.
would all dance.
And do you know who would play music?
Different bands that were from here.
Oh, really? Wow.
I used to have an uncle that played the trumpet,
Mhm.
and he would play a lot of the dances.
Wow.
And every time that he was in town,
Uh-huh.
people would say, "Hey, let's go to the dance. Tom is playing tonight," and he'd play the trumpet.
Wow. Well, people would come see him, huh?
And then he moved to California,
Oh.
and that ended the dances here.
Yeah.
But there was other bands, you know.
Mhm.
But it used to be very popular. There used to be the Azteca, the Coronado, Sanchez, and the Pavilion. 5 dance halls.
Wow.
And there used to be 12 bars.
All here in Bernalillo. Wow.
A lot of party people.
Yeah, it seems like a party town. Do you know when has Bernalillo always been settled here for a while? Or did it get resettled after Sandia got resettled?
Bernalillo has been here 300 and some years.
Wow. So probably near around when Sandia got resettled too?
Well, we came back after the Pueblo
Mhm.
revolt.
Mhm.
We came back from Isleta,
Mhm.
del Sur.
Okay.
That's on the border of Mexico and New Mexico.
Oh, wow.
Because the people from here were driven out,
Yeah,
and they went and stayed there 2 years.
at Isleta del Sur? Wow. The people of Bernalillo. That's amazing.
Then they came back and resettled
Oh, okay.
New Mexico.
Wow.
And there was an author, you can look this up,
Mhm.
Joe Sando.
Yeah.
He's an author from Jemez Pueblo. He said if the Spanish had not come back, the Pueblo people would have killed each other off.
Really?
They were fighting against each other.
Wow.
The Navajo, the Hopi,
Yeah.
the Pueblo. But Joe Sando made that statement. People complained that the Spanish came back. He said, but if they hadn't come back, Pueblo people would have killed themselves off.
I have never heard that.
Look at his book. He has several books.
Mhm. Yeah, we have one where my great grandmother's in there, Cora Durand, my grandpa George's mom.
Oh, not Durand, Durand.
Yeah, Durand.
Uh,
The Yeah, we have that one. That one's called Pueblo Profiles, I think it's called.
he's quoted in several books
Mhm.
as saying because the Spanish had a government system.
Mhm.
That's where you got the governor, the cacique, and
And the war chief, right?
the let me see what they call it. The church.
Oh, the sacristan?
sacristan.
Mhm. Okay. I didn't know some other villages have a like a mayordomo.
Uh, Bernalillo has a mayordomo system.
Mhm.
We still pass on San Lorenzo by the mayordomo system.
Oh, okay. And how does that work?
You have the saint,
Mhm.
you have Saint Anthony.
Mhm.
I come to you and I say, Julius, I'd like to get the saint after you.
Mhm.
And you say, no, my compadre George has it next.
Mhm.
So you go to compadre George and you say, I'd like to have the saint after you.
Yeah.
And then he would say, no, I gave it to so and so.
Mhm.
So you go to the next person
Oh.
until you're in line.
Oh.
We know here in Bernalillo,
Mhm.
8 years ahead of time.
Wow. Before the next one? That's amazing.
That's an honor system,
Mhm.
a mayordomo honor system.
Okay. And do you guys still use the acequia and all that?
Yes,
Okay.
my place is watered by the sequía.
Oh, okay. And then you guys have used that system since.
I'm alive.
Yeah.
I don't do it anymore.
Mhm.
My son does it.
Oh, okay.
I need to get in shape because I'm only 76.
Yeah. Need to get back out there.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, thank
my,
you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. This was
well, what else?
that was mainly my main questions is asking about you, your life, how you came to the Pueblo and started doing all that stuff over there and now I know more information than I ever known because my internal research is I want to view more history of our place, of our people, because now we're they're starting to get back into revitalization efforts, like especially with the Tiwa language. They finally have a class now, and then a lot more efforts are trying to be made to like our history, the revitalization things. Because me and my brother, we've kind of trying to establish our clan system because now there's only 3, 4 clans, and some of them are only survived by in just the family, like the Postins and the Avilas. They make up one whole clan, and that's all there is. But we kind of want to trace back to
Isn't Ina Trujillo
yeah,
in charge of one clan?
yeah. She's uh
The grandmother clan, isn't
no, it's they're like a shield clan. Them and because of their mom Ruby,
it? Ruby,
because that's what clan she belonged to, which is the same as Sammy, George, the Montoyas.
they belong to the clan.
Mhm.
What clan?
It's called the Shield clan.
Shield.
Mhm. And like me, I'm Sun clan because of my father, but originally I'm what my mom is, and she's from Hopi, so that's where I established my lineage. So that's where we're kind of getting to instead of being paternalistic now, because that's how we came to be now. We're paternalistic. We're not maternal
Or
anymore.
used to be maternal.
Mhm. But now since there's a lot of interbreeding with different tribes, different communities, different places, a lot of them are going under paternally. Like my kids, my daughters, they're under my clan in Sandia, but they're originally what their mom is in Asleta.
Oh.
So that's where my research is kind of going to trying to create a lineage line.
See, I ran for mayor of Bernalillo 3 times,
Wow.
and I won 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
I could have won a fourth time because my family is La Lucero,
Mm-hmm.
Montoya, and I'm related to Ella Bernalillo.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that you're like the history of Bernalillo. That's why I came to come ask talk to you because I knew you were the man to see about all this stuff.
Well, I hope I'm still here for a while.
Oh yeah, like you said, you gotta come to Sandia and teach us those alabados.
I'm willing to do that if you can get it going.
Yeah.
But I've asked Anthony
Mhm.
and I asked Tina one time
Mhm.
because she does the rosary once in a while
Yeah.
when Santiago can't make it,
Mhm.
and she never asked me.
Really? Yeah. I mean.
Susie was her mother.
Yeah. Gilbright, right?
Gilbride, yeah.
Mhm.
Tom Gilbride was the father.
Mhm.
I knew him too.
Wow. You knew like everybody that's gone now. Sad, but.
I knew what's her name? Lorenzo. Let's see. What's his name? Lavriano. Did you know Lorenzo Lavriano?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, the little old man lived to be about 96. His daughter's still alive.
Who's his daughter?
She still does. She has cattle. Lorencita.
Oh, okay.
Did you know her dad?
No, I never knew her dad, but I knew that she.
He could speak Spanish well.
Mhm. And that.
Lorencita's his daughter.
Oh, okay. And she still lives in the Bosque, I think, too.
Well, she has a house here in the village too.
Oh, okay.
Right there by the community center,
Yeah.
by the senior center.
Uh-huh.
Once you walk out the door, right next to the cacique.
Yeah, yeah. Lori and Gloria.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Andres.
Andres
Yeah.
Lavriano.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, I knew of him. I don't really remember him because he was kind of old already when I was small.
He danced the last time when he was 96.
Mhm.
He was dancing.
And they said he was a Spanish man. They said
No.
that he was traded for work or something a long, long time ago when he was a little
Oh,
boy.
really?
That's what they. That's what the stories that I was told.
Well, he wasn't related to the other Lavrianos,
Mhm.
the ones that I just told you about.
Yeah.
Mary and Ruby,
Mhm.
Philip, Ray,
Yeah.
Juan, Juanito,
Mhm.
Josie. Josie didn't. Josie was really surprised because I said Malcolm's son passed away.
Yeah.
He was killed in Arizona,
Mhm.
and we were at the funeral,
Mhm.
at the wake, and Josie said, "Dad," I said, "Yeah, your dad used to wear a cover over his eyes,
Mhm.
a leather. He didn't wear nothing here
Uh huh.
but the scarf,
Huh.
but he had a thing to shield his eyes." She said, "How did you know that?" I said, "I knew your dad and your mom, Francisquita. How did you know him?" I said, "He used to have two red horses, two big red mules, and he used to farm down here where the community garden is now. And he used to keep a pig right here on by the ditch. how did you find all this out? I saw it. I said I was a little boy. She couldn't believe it.
No, I know. That's crazy. Oh man. Yeah, we gotta get together more. I would love to hear more of your stories of all the people there that you knew, and especially my grandmother, my grandfather. I never got to really know my
Well,
grandfather at all.
your grandfather, I didn't get really to know because he passed. What happened to him?
He drank too much.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, I don't remember him. Barbara, I knew because of Ramon,
Mhm.
and I knew his mother, Josefina,
Oh.
and Jose was her husband.
Yeah.
But I didn't get to know him. But I knew Josefina because my grandfather would go visit her.
Okay.
She was blind,
Yeah. Oh, really?
but when my grandpa would talk to her, she'd say, Luciano. And she said, yeah, soy Luciano. She lives right there by the Avilas,
Mhm.
where you know, the guy that was governor, Lujan,
Oh,
D,
Isaac.
no, Manuel D.
Hmm.
He's got a daughter that drives a Cadillac. Between Ramon and the Avilas.
Oh, Jolene.
And I knew Miguel Lucero.
That's amazing. I never. That's crazy.
Miguel Lucero was the governor's grandpa.
Oh, okay.
Stuart Paisano.
Yeah.
His mother was a sister to Ray,
Okay.
Joe Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those were the sons of Ignacio and Frances.
Yeah. Okay. So you knew like Melvin too?
I
Melvin
knew
Paisana
Melvin.
and all them? Wow.
And then I knew, well, I know Isaac,
Yeah.
Isaac Lujan.
Mhm.
Edna was just 95 the other day, right?
Yeah. They had her birthday.
And Lucy,
Yeah.
I knew Lucy's first husband, Manuel,
Oh, okay.
Manuel Gutierrez.
Mhm. She had
Uh,
another husband after that?
no, no, no,
Oh,
her husband.
okay.
She never married after that.
Mm.
But I knew Danny, Lawrence, Hazel. Who else?
Of course, Anthony,
Oh yeah, Anthony,
and then Constance.
Constance,
Out of all of them, only two of them are around still.
yeah. Constance and Anthony.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Hazel passed.
Yeah, Hazel, Lawrence.
I did the rosary, and I did the rosary for Danny
Okay.
and for Manuel,
Uh-huh.
the husband.
Wow. So you did a lot of rosaries for a lot of people, huh?
Oh yeah.
That's amazing.
She's still kicking. She's about 95 too, no?
Yeah, she's still going good. They had her doing the language program to help teach the program, but she quit because she was just too up in age to do that anymore.
She's 95.
Yeah. So her.
She teaches catechism, doesn't she?
Huh?
Doesn't she still teach catechism?
No, it's Tina and then Irene. Do you know Stephen Holmes' wife?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. She does it now.
Stephen Holmes is still there
Yeah, they still live at the old ranch.
at Pablo's ranch.
Yeah.
And Robert.
Yeah, Robert still does he has the land in the back.
I've prayed for Moises, and his wife's name is
Florence.
Florence when they got married.
Yeah.
I prayed Matachine.
Oh, really? Wow.
Emily and Robert were little. They were little.
Mhm.
And the last entrega I sang was for the representative,
Oh, Derek.
Eric
Oh, okay.
Lente. I sang that entrega.
Oh, really? You did the entrega for me too when I danced Matachinas for my first time. That was for the when Saint Kateri got canonized.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That we had that big old celebration over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the first time I did it. They should do it again sometime too, so they don't forget that too.
So my grandson has some place to play.
Yeah, him too. That would be amazing. I like it. I could dance it really good. And then to get the other youth too, especially the ones who are coming up in our family that are older
I
now.
was gonna teach George Montoya's grandson the Matachines, but he never came.
Oh, really? Ooh.
He plays
The Qatar?
the violin,
Oh, okay.
along with the chongo.
Yeah, Marcus, I think is his name, or Apollo.
That's the daughter's little boy.
Oh, then the other one's Noah, or the
I don't know his name.
I don't know. Yeah, yeah, they should get some people like that too to come learn it too. My friend Dylan Bernal, the Bernals. Do you know them? Richard Bernal.
Oh
Yeah, his son, him and his daughter play the violin too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Richard lives across
Yeah.
by the Bosque.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His mother,
Um. Tony.
she used to tell me, "You're one of us, Antonita."
Yeah, Antonita.
Anita was her name.
Mhm. Yeah, she was my grandma's best friend. I knew that.
Her parents were Ruby and Juan.
Mm. Yeah,
Ruby,
Juan Avila, right?
yeah.
Mhm. That's amazing. Well, thank you
Okay, no problem.
for this whole thing. Oh my gosh, I can't believe